Hello my friends, what is up guys? It's Kat here. I'm so freaking excited because today I'm finally going to be reacting to the Acolyte episode 3, which will in fact be my first Acolyte reaction in general, which is why I'm especially excited. As you guys remember, I was so lucky to be able to go and watch episodes 1 and 2 in an actual theater on the big screen. It was electric, it was amazing, and I have been away from home, so I have not been able to sit down and react to episode 3. I've been offline to avoid spoilers. It feels like it's been an eternity, so I'm so glad to be sitting down to finally watch it. I am just so freaking stoked. I love the direction that the show has been going with all the mystery, all the characters, all the aliens. I can talk forever. I'll probably have more commentary to say afterwards, but I am especially excited for Kelnaka, the Wookiee Jedi. Incredible. And of course to see if we get any more backstory or answers pertaining to May and Osha's past. I do have a prediction. I feel like we're all maybe on the same page, but listen, I'm ride or die. I'm Team Master Soul. I think he's phenomenal. Love him. Like instant Star Wars classic character. When he speaks about Osha and May's past and the tragic fire that, claimed the life of her whole family, and when the other Jedi are questioning the certainty of this, story, he has to kind of defend himself. And on the defense, he says very much with conviction, I saw May die. And I feel like, I don't know, somebody only would want to defend themselves if they're maybe sprinkling a little bit of falseness on what the true events were there. Listen, all I know is I think why else would May want to seek revenge against all of the Jedi who were in collusion with whatever this was, all of the Jedi who were there, who were privy to this, the witnesses, if they perhaps didn't have something to do with it, if they were truly trying to save her and her sister, these twins, why would she have such a vendetta? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just a premature prediction. This is only 3rd episode in. 4th episode comes out tonight, so I'm gonna be able to binge. So without further ado, let's get in. I can't wait to see Kelnaka in action. Oh my god, I just can't freaking wait. And it looks like we're finally getting Jodie Turner-Smith's character. I predict that she has some sort of relationship. I think her character's name is Mother Anastasia. That's Osha's last name, so maybe this is gonna be like Blast from the Past, like flashback episode. Oh, okay, their home planet. We are having flashbacks, okay. Oh, practicing the Force with animals, okay.
How'd you know I was here?
Alright, so both Force sensitive confirmed,
Let
but
go, May.
May is,
Why do you always have to do things like that? Why do you always run off alone? I don't want to do the ascension. It's just a ceremony.
Who's ascending?
You're with me, I'm with you. Always one, born as two.
What are you doing here?
Oh, hey! Hey, Zabrak Mom.
Consequences for breaking the rules.
It isn't fair.
Now, come with me. Quickly.
Like, shout out to this show and their alien counter. Oh. Oh, so were they there to recruit the girls? Did their Force-sensitive presence attract the Jedi? Oh, hello. Oh. Are we at the wall? Is this Game of Thrones? Whoa! Oh, that is a fortress, alright.
May we have some spice creams?
Those are not for little girls who run away from home.
Let them have some spice creams.
Mama!
Go. Meet me in the common room for your training session.
They left the fortress again.
Any sign of the visiting Jedi?
None. Our scouts think they've moved their ship inland.
Ooh, so they know the Jedi are there.
It's not going to stay safe if Osha keeps running away. As our leader, I've always deferred to you, but you're too lenient. The twins are not normal children.
So they know the Jedi presence is there. They don't want them to get scooped up into the Order.
A thread woven through all of existence. Some call it a force and claim to use it. Pull the thread. Change everything.
So they're leaning into like the Force flows between all things, and it's not exclusive. Anyone can access it.
You will experience the power of many. Go.
She's had enough.
Your enemies will not warn you before they They attack! Block me. Excellent, May. Osha!
I expect more from you.
Yet she's the one who ended up getting scooped up by the Jedi. But May's clearly extremely adept.
Your room.
I don't want to do the Ascension. I don't know if I want to be a witch. You want that.
Girls, the thread tied you together before you were born. Tell her you love her.
I love you.
That was enthusiastic.
Ascension is about walking through fear. The power of many instead of the power of one. The galaxy is not a place that welcomes women like us. You and your sister are special, Osha. I want you to stay special.
So distracting. Jodie Turner-Smith is so gorgeous. But this is very interesting. What is their relationship? I assume the Jedi are kind of their foes in a way. We'll see. This scenery, this fortress, this is so freaking cool. This location. Oh, I have chills. Chills.
Tonight we enact a ceremony we have not performed since our exile. We were hunted, persecuted. We were blessed with a miracle, the gift of life.
I have chills, you guys. What? This is so cool. They're like the hope for the future of this coven.
Come, claim your destiny.
Why am I like geeking out right now? This is really freaking cool.
Mayho and Asaya, vow upon my death, protect the secrets of our coven and continue our legacy.
I do.
Ooh. But Osha doesn't have a tattoo like such. Does she get cold feet?
Osha and Asaya, vow upon my death to protect the secrets of our coven.
I do.
That didn't sound confident.
Jedi!
They've sliced the platform.
Oh, so she never completed the ritual.
Hide them.
Crash on the party, okay.
Put down your weapons.
Like, the way they frame this is very interesting. Why am I looking at the Jedi as like they're the bad guys here right now?
I am Master Indara, and these are my colleagues. We thought this planet was uninhabited.
The all-knowing Jedi were ignorant of their surroundings. And yet here you are, unannounced, armed.
We are concerned that you are training children. There are no children here.
Y'all not gonna sniff them out? Shoot.
We won't hurt you.
Why does this feel so sinister?
What is your name?
Osha, may we meet your sister?
Oh, she's
Where
pissed.
is
She's
their
mad.
father?
They have no father.
Now, where have we heard that before?
You're spying on us? They want to take our children!
Jedi do not take children.
Hold your tongue or I cut it out for you!
I think you would make a very good Jedi, Osha.
Mother?
Oh, she's so mad.
I suggest you all leave. Now.
Mama.
You cannot deny that Jedi have the right to test potential Padawans. We appreciate your cooperation.
It's hard. They say the Jedi do not take children, but
Advise us.
that's what they do. Like, yeah, they're framing it under the guise as they're going willingly, but...
Osha wants to do it.
Osha is a child.
She is old enough to know what she wants.
I carried them.
I created them.
What happens if the Jedi discover how you created them?
No one's taking me. The Jedi are bad. The Jedi are good.
This is about power and who is allowed to use it. But as you grow What you want, it changes, it shifts. It's time. Come, my loves.
I want to say what's in my heart. You have to lie. Fine. I promise.
In this test, you must divine what images appear on the testing screen.
A mountain.
Correct.
That wasn't a
Did someone tell you to fail this test? When the Jedi tested me, I was only 4. I was very scared to leave my family. But you must have the courage to say what you want.
I want to be a Jedi. Mama, she promised she would fail. And she broke her promise. You lied to me.
That man used his Jedi mind tricks on her.
No, he did. I want my own life. I don't want to share it with May.
Destiny is not decided for you by an anonymous force. If you want to pull the thread, then pull it.
I want to be a Jedi, Mama. I do.
I'm waiting. When's the fire gonna start? Something bad's gonna happen. I keep forgetting this whole coven gets wiped out.
You can't go. We're stuck here now. It's not up to you. I'll kill you.
Huh? May. Maybe she does start the fire. Oh.
Mama! Help me!
Shawshank Redemption it. What? What happened up there? That...
Where's Mama? Mama's dead. What have you done? What have you done? What have you done?
I got you.
Oh, the fire didn't do that. The fire did not do that. Oh, frick. What the frick? What? The fire didn't do... Oh! So Saul wasn't lying. He did see May fall to seemingly her death, but she's friggin' survived.
You're okay, Ocean. You're going to be okay.
What happened?
It destroyed everything.
That's not how they died, though. She's got amnesia, like... Oh.
To go back?
You'll be safe on Coruscant. And if you wish, you return me as my bottom.
Oh, frick, I love Saul so freaking much, but I feel like he did a lot right to her face.
You will never feel like this again.
Oh,
I promise.
promises can be broken. Oh. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh. This, in my opinion, this is freaking incredible. It's delivering everything I've ever asked for from Star Wars. Something, there is so much more in this galaxy beyond what we've been exposed to. And with that, so much more to the Jedi than what we've been exposed, than what we know of them. But, you know, I talked about this in a recent live stream. When you're younger, like, you know, Osha here, this is the perfect example of when you are younger, you see the Jedi as these perfect, flawless heroes. And the more you grow up and watch Star Wars through a new lens, the kind of rose-colored glasses come off and you see your heroes differently. You see the kind of different perspectives that illuminate some of their wrongdoings here. So, like, okay, Saul wasn't lying. May did indeed start. Well, did she? We don't... This is not, there's so, there's a lot of freaking loopholes here. Yes, we do see her ignite this notebook, but from then on, we don't actually see her throw it or launch it to start this full blaze that swallows up their entire fortress. This is a freaking fortress. How would one fire from just a notebook, one little spark on a page, bring down the whole episode? They're leaning into the fact that this is their sanctuary, that they've been exiled. This is the only place that they can be safe. This is a fortress. This is where they're keeping the girls safe. Like, don't freaking leave the fortress. How, if it's so safe, would it crumble? Okay, I could be reading too much into this. My dad is like a fire protection engineer, so like my whole childhood I've just like fixated on this stuff and learned about like how to prevent fires and whatnot. So that's why I'm like, they made a point earlier in the episode to show this giant, the generator, their power source, I guess. Whatever this is at the center, it's like a centrifuge type situation. I don't know science, so correct me if I'm wrong. So technically, yes, we don't see May. We see her light the initial spark, but we don't see her exactly throw it, or I don't... She's such a tough, complex child, because I do believe everything is coming. She has a lot of rage, but I think the rage is just there as a blanket, as a mask for, like, just, it's all coming from a place of love. Like, she truly feels abandoned by Osha, feeling like she wants to go pursue this life as a Jedi. You know, imagine your twin saying, I don't want to spend my whole life with you. Like, that's gotta cut deep. You know, Osha's actually out here, yes, pursuing some independence, but she's really throwing some pretty, pretty rough statements towards her sister, and they're just children. You know, imagine hearing your sibling at that age say, I don't want to be with you, I don't want to do everything with you, like, I don't want our lives to be this intertwined. You know, May has kind of been painted as in the wrong here for all of her feelings, but it's coming from a place of just love and rejection. That's why I'm hesitant. You know, when she says, I'll kill you, that's one wild statement for a child to say. That's like, yeah, we've seen that she's a little more fierce. She is a little more not afraid to tap into some of the darker elements when applying the thread, as they call it. You know, what I'm gonna refer to it as the Force, but they clearly are rejecting that notion because that's the way the Jedi have used it and weaponized it and made it exclusive. But this thread that they use, this energy that binds all of them, that they describe to be way more accessible. You know, we've seen that May isn't afraid to really lean into that and use it for more mischievous, menacing, kind of, you know, insidious ways, you know, playing with the animals there, practicing on them and being a little too forceful, perhaps, you know, to the point that it freaks Osha out. Like, yes, it's clear that May isn't afraid to tap into all of that, but it's hard. That's a bold statement to say you want to kill your twin. It's still from a place of love, coming from a place of just deep love and fear of being abandoned by your twin, you know, this person you came into the world with. That's why I find it hard to believe, you know, I feel like that's intentional. They don't show us, they withhold. You only get Osha's perspective, and when she's there trapped in her room, all she hears is just this blaze go up all of a sudden, but we don't necessarily see that May is the one who, I get, maybe I'm overthinking this, like, yeah, she started the fire right outside her door, so like it could, whatever they chose to show versus what they chose to withhold. So far, this entirety of the show, we hear May is the one who started this fire that killed her whole family. As we see, though, they were not victims of the flames, and the generator was going wild. Like, an electrical problem just from the fire. Could it have been? I don't know. Again, I don't know science, but all I know, if you want to build a fortress this impenetrable, which it looked like pretty top notch, you know, like it didn't look like something that would just blaze up in a hot second from just one little piece of paper. The electrical problems, in my opinion, seemed to be onset from something else. And of course, we're not privy to whatever that might have been, but all we see is they all got wiped out in seemingly the blink of an eye. Like, it doesn't even look like there was a struggle. That's the thing about this crime scene here. This is so dark. The things I'm about to talk about, like, this is a crime scene. There wasn't seemingly any struggle. They all literally looked like they just dropped flat. I know I made a video about this show, The War of the Worlds, on MGM Plus, whatever streaming service it's on now, but in that show, all of humanity drops dead within a split second upon this alien invasion. There's no struggle, there's no nothing. They all just, there's something neurological and they all just die. So this feels very eerily similar. Like, they're just, it's suspicious. You know the Jedi are there, suspiciously. Could they have tampered with this centrifuge or this power source or something? Like, And, you know, when Osha and May come there face to face as the bridge, you know, is collapsing beneath them, they accuse each other, you know, what have you done, says Osha, but May retorts right back, what have you done? Kind of implying like she doesn't know either. What did you do? You're the one who wanted to join the Jedi, and now all of a sudden our family is dead. And of course, then to seal the deal, as she wakes up and it's clear that she's got no memory. Here's my she didn't have a head injury. Yes, she fell a little bit, but Saul caught her. Like, unless she whacked her head in that process, nothing about her escape. She made it out fine. Yeah, like maybe inhalation of the fumes, perhaps, like the gas, the fire could have done something, but I never actually finished my point here because I then go on another tangent, but what I'm basically implying is I didn't see her have a head injury, so could the Jedi have given her something to erase her short-term memory there, because she seemingly made it out unscathed. That's where I was going with this. I feel so bad here, because here I am, like, blaming the Jedi. I'm like, my instinct is to blame the Jedi. Everything about this episode framed the Jedi as, like, they're not all they're cracked up to be. Don't trust them. But at the same time, you know, it's so interesting. This is what I've wanted to see from Star Wars New Perspectives. This coven, something we've never really... Yes, of course, we have, like, you know, the Night Sisters, and there's witches in Star Wars, but the concept of this coven and the fact that they're able to tap into the Force, you know, however they want to define it, but for reasons, you know, they've been painted, they've been portrayed as, you know, in the wrong, you know, exiled, like abominations. And of course, the conception now, the questions in regards to, you know, Osha and May's origins. Mother Anastasia, I created them. And she retaliates and says, you know, what would the Jedi think if they knew of how they came to be? We see them work some, you know, kind of, I don't want to call it dark magic, but manipulative to the point that she was able to overtake, you know, Master Torben's brain there. Could they have been conceived through some sort of magic or sorcery? I'm not gonna try to dig too deep into that, frankly, because I feel like they left it intentionally vague. Of course, you know, it harkens back to Phantom Menace when Shmi Skywalker says there was no father in regards to Anakin, and of course that's been highly debated. You know, was she impregnated by Palpatine and whatnot? That's a weird sentence. Did Palpatine use the Force to impregnate Shmi Skywalker to, you know, manifest Anakin, the chosen one? I'm not immediately gonna jump to the assumption that this eradicates any of that in any way, shape, or form, because everything about the show is fantastical and fake. So who's to say that Mother Anastasia here, that there's other ways? I don't think necessarily that these girls were born of the Force. I think Mother Anastasia, perhaps. It's clear they were desperate for children, so I wouldn't be shocked if they were conceived, you know, out of desperation for that reason via some form of dark magic or sorcery. This is Star Wars. It's a major universe, and there's magic, okay? Like, there's things that go beyond the confines of our known human realm. So, because Mother Coral, you know, comes out and says, and what would the Jedi think if they knew of how they came to, how you created them? You know, we see Saul's eyes light up when he hears, like, oh, there was no father. But Mother Coral implies it as if the Jedi would perceive them to be abominations, like a threat, perhaps. Based on the way that they described it, it sounds like the Jedi would be severely opposed to it. It's clear they were desperate for children. They needed someone to carry on their lineage. That's the other thing too. It's like, you know, Mother Anastasia and May are teaming up to kind of fearmonger away, you know, Osha's aspirations to become a Jedi by heavily implying, like, oh, they're gonna take you away, you'll never see us again. It's essentially, when you boil it down, when you peel away all the layers of this onion of the Jedi Order that's at the crux of it, that is kind of what they do. But I think they're just painting it as, we're not taking them away if they're going willingly. You know, Mother Coral here is a kind of a good retaliation for that by heavily implying all throughout the episode children don't actually fully understand what they want. So yeah, who's to say a young child at the time who, intrigued by their robes and their flashy lightsabers, you know, like, who's to say a kid in their right mind would be able to make that decision, you know? Like, you can say all you want, we don't take children, they come willingly, but yes, I do believe children actually are capable of knowing what they want, but they're also easily influenced. Yes, this coven, where I'm trying to go with this is they have their faults as well. You know, they're fear-mongering about the Jedi, but Osha here is feeling trapped. Even May said we're both stuck here forever. Like, this is their destiny to fulfill upon Mother Anastaea's demise, to keep this coven going. Like, who's to say that's any better than the Jedi Order? You know, their practices, you know, forcing children into just a concrete path, a concrete destiny from this young age, and that's what they have to live up to. It's kind of similar situations, just different ways of going about it. I feel like I've only just scratched the surface. This planted so much to think about. It is so interesting when you see from a different perspective, you know, how the Jedi are framed, you know, depending on the light in which you frame them. It's not black and white. There's a lot of gray. There's a lot of gray area and some perhaps questionable. It's just this whole episode, I was like, why do the Jedi feel like the bad ones here? And then the questionable circumstances surrounding the demise of this entire coven with seemingly no sign of struggle, and then, oh, conveniently Osha wakes up with no memory of what happened so that they can just conveniently plant this story that her sister started a fire that unfortunately killed her entire coven, when it's clearly not what happened. But it's so tough, and this is a testament to Soul. I love him so much. Like, I'm a ride or die Soul stan. But this episode especially, he had such little screen time in this episode in particular, but it added so much of a dynamic to him. There's more depth here because he's got this connection here with Osha. Clearly, he feels so much compassion towards her. It's so tough. I'm rooting for him. I really, really like him. There's so much compassion to him. Good soul, but why is there something's missing? I feel like something is just wrong behind all of this, and here he is getting so emotional, telling these lies to Osha as she wakes up and her memory's conveniently not there. Like, I'm rooting for him no matter what. Like, there's something sinister here going on. I kind of want to go back to Brendok now with future Osha for her to learn the full circumstances. Frick. The good thing about being a week late to watching an episode is I don't have to wait a week now. I've been waiting, so now I get to binge again tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching this with me. I cannot wait for episode 4 tonight to keep going. There's so much here to still. I feel like I only scratched the surface here with my commentary, my little mini deep dive into what all of this could mean, but there's so much new things here to explore, so many seeds planted. I can't wait to see where this goes. I will see you guys over in my episode 4 reaction when that comes out as well, but until then, may the Force be with you guys always, and I will see you guys again very, very soon. Bye, guys.